a very workmanlike effort. You know, I thought our guys approached this game the right way. We had a couple drops early in the game that were disappointing that I thought put us behind the chains a little bit. First drive of the game, they outnumbered us on the split side option, load option series out of the pod look, which was a good job on their part. We adjusted it in the second half. It hit us one time in the first drive in the second half. But it's all a numbers game when you play an offense like that. You got to get numbers right, regardless of how fast you are, big you are, it doesn't matter. It's about numbers. And they did a good job of outnumbering us on a couple of the first drive in the first half and the first drive in the second half. And our guys made some adjustments. Turnovers are key when you play these four teams. You got to score, and we were able to score in those situations. But ran the ball much better in the second half, very balanced in what we were. Jake was on target. We had too many drops, and that was disappointing. But I think we came out of it pretty much injury-free. Anton Wilder had an elbow, but I think he's going to be fine. And Shai's got an ankle. But other than that, we ought to be good to go for next week. So I'll open it up for any questions.
Will, not a lot of throws down the field, but you had them there when you needed them. Was that by design, or was that maybe a little leftover from last week?
Well, I think a little bit, you know, Dave, they were dropping 8 a bunch, and they were bailing and staying on top of all the routes. So we had a lot of quick game that we liked. We had the run game we liked, and we just kind of took what they gave us to stay on the field and stay alive. They stay on top of a lot of routes. We did have a couple dialed up. We didn't feel like, you know, that we could get to them, but they dropped 8 a bunch to fill off the zones.
Okay. Couple of things. The thinking behind Senior Day tonight instead of next week and Sky's performance on Senior Day.
Well, you know, to me, it's a very emotional day, and it was an emotional today with our guys and yesterday. And it was one of the things we had a meeting, a senior meeting, and Justin King and his crew made a video for our guys, and it was an emotional meeting. It was really neat from the standpoint of they all got up and talked, and they talked about culture, and they talked about our expectation moving forward as a program. It was really cool to see where they think this program's headed, and the culture of the program and where it is right now, and that was awesome to hear. But I just feel like in this game is a very emotional game, and the next week's an emotional game, and I think when you double that, and I think that makes it difficult on us. And it's going to be as emotional as you can get next week. So that's the reason for that. But Sky's a really good football player. He tied the interception record. I gave him a game ball after the game today, and I told him the only way we're going to paint it up is if he breaks it. So you got to get another one.
Well, you told us that during the summer you spent some time working on Wofford's offense. How pleased are you with the way the defense handled it today?
Well, again, you know, they do a really good job. There was nothing that we showed them that they haven't seen before. You know, Coach Ayers and Wade Lang do a fantastic job with their number system, and you know, they got on the edges on us a couple times, and at the end of the day, it's about winning the game, and that's mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. We spent a lot of time on these guys in the offseason because they were very different from what we're used to seeing.
Go here, right, John.
What do you think of the run game in the second half for you guys, and holes just opening up and you guys hitting them?
Yeah, I thought you know, again, we got a hat on a hat in the run game. We overpowered them, some situation, out physical in some plays, which we should have. That's what we should do. So that was pleasing to see, you know, and we got some things open in the past games. We felt good about being able to move the ball in the game. We did for the most part.
Okay.
With Jam, was it just the shoulder?
Yeah, his shoulder. He should be fine this week. I didn't think he was ready to go. And when you spend as much time, you know, the eye control, this is a huge eye control game. To have your eyes in the right spots, eye discipline, and when you don't rep all week, it's hard to play in this game.
Go way to left.
Coach, with how young your offense has been this season, how important has it been to have that senior leadership on defense all year?
Well, I think, again, you know, we've had some injuries. You know, obviously losing Debo Samuel will affect your football team and special teams and offense, but as much as anything, a leader as well. But Shai Smith and Ortrey are both true freshmen that have played extremely well, done a nice job for us. You know, but I think we've done a good job as a football team of complementing each other and coming up with some plays and getting a turnover and converting a score. I mean, that's good team football. We've done that for the most part. We've been a pretty disciplined group as far as penalties. I think we're the least penalized team in the SEC. So that's good. We only had 3 tonight, and one was on a face mask, and well, I guess we had 2 face masks, and that's, you know, hey, that's guys running the ball. You're never going to hear me complain about that. So we just got to continue to press forward. That's what we'll do.
David.
Will, now that the game is here, last year you guys, or a lot of the players said never again when it came about the Clemson score. Is that something you guys have repeated throughout the offseason?
No, just from a standpoint of competing. At the end of the day, when the chips got down, we had some guys that didn't compete. And it wasn't our whole team. We had a bunch of guys that competed their butts off. We got out-coached and outplayed, and it starts with me. And you know, that to me was the message from me to our football team. We got out-competed in the game, and that can't happen.
already tonight, but just curious, did you talk to your team afterwards? And if you did, how quickly did you tell them, hey, you know, we're getting ready for Clemson now?
Well, they understand what's next week. That's important to them, and our guys will be prepared. We'll be ready to go.
Anything else from Coach?